Here's how you can use what you should use the 5 pillars of credit, meaning the 5 categories of credit. That is responsible for your credit score to your ultimate advantage, to raise your credit score, to reach your ultimate goal. Okay. So, but first thing you have to understand is that let's break it down to the very basic, right? So we all start at 300 credit score, that is. Okay, and you can go up to a 50, which is the max. So what most people don't understand, and the biggest difference between, people like myself and everybody else who is on the 800 club credit score, we simply understand how credit work. Okay, you have to understand the 5 pillars, meaning the 5 category, because they account for 550 points. So if you start with 300 and there's 550 that you need in order for you to go to 850. I mean, you don't need an 850 credit score, but just for the purpose of what we're doing here, let's just break it down. And this is how you could use the 5 pillars, right? They are necessary. There's no way around it. There's nothing you can do to get around it, right? Because that's what the FICO algorithm uses, right, to calculate your credit score, whether your score going to go up or it's going to go down, what have you, right, or it's going to stay steady even. So, the thing you need to know is that, the categories are extremely important, right? So some rated higher than others. So you could kind of, find ways to, you know, to gain maximum points, for lack of a better word. So let's just break them down so you can see where the 550 points is coming from. So you could do what you need to do in your journey, of course, to live a healthy credit style, right? So at number 5, right? So I'm gonna start from the highest to the lowest. At number 5, you have payment history. Okay, so within the payment history, it's straightforward. It's really determined how well do you pay your bills, right, with all your creditors, right? The algorithm looking to see how you manage all your credit. They getting paid on time. Late payment is by far the worst thing that could happen to your credit score because it falls under the payment history category, and that's 35% of your score. 35% of your score. Okay, and there's 192.5 points on that particular category itself. So you want to take care of that category. You want to do whatever you can, whether you set up automatic bill pay to make sure that you're not late, or you can either consolidate your due dates, that is, right? Most people don't know you can do that, but you can actually consolidate. When I say consolidate, I simply mean you can actually go online, log into your account, or you can actually call your creditor and say, hey, this due date doesn't work for me. So let's just say you have due date that's due on the 10th, you have due date on the 15th, you have due dates on the 20th, you have due dates on the 25th, and you have due date at the end of the month. That's a lot. No one really can actually remember. I mean, personally, you can do the work, right, by having a calendar, by writing that stuff down, set up automatic bill pay. And which you have to be careful with automatic bill pay, right? So if you have a cell phone bill, you overuse your data, you might be paying $1,000 phone bills and your account may not be ready to pay that type of money. And then you got to fight your way and try to get this money back. So you got to be careful with automatic bill pay based on experience, of course, right? And what I mean about consolidate, you could actually go online or you can call the actual creditor and say, hey, move this bill to this due date, right? Where you have all your due date due on the 15th or they're due on the 1st. So if you pay one, then you know all of them is getting paid because they all due at the same time. So you don't have to have your bills scattered around. And as a result of that, it's not because you don't have the money or you just didn't want to pay it. It's